This is what life is about. Life is about connecting as humans, not connecting with our jobs, not connecting with what we have in our pockets, not connecting with images. It's about connecting as humans.
It gives you a sense of direction, and ultimately I think that's the most important thing. If we're just going through every day on autopilot mode, then we're not really going anywhere, and taking a day like this really gives you the chance to question where you're going and if you're on the right path, which feels like the most important investment you could even do in yourself.
I think it's important for people to come here because they never think about what they're doing currently. It's not necessarily about what they did, it's about who they are. And we don't normally in life have much reflection time to think about our lives, what influenced our lives, where we're going, what have we learned from it all, where we're going in the future, what we should be doing rather than what we are doing, all of that stuff. So it's quite an interesting, it's more than interesting. For some people, it'll be life-changing.
The idea that regardless of whatever you're going through, you just have to persevere and you have to carry on. Because it's when you persevere and you carry on is when you'll be able to actually see the light. Not only see the light at the end of the tunnel, but get to the end of the tunnel.
I don't think we reflect enough. We're always trying to achieve one thing or the other and not really addressing who we are, how we feel, what our passions are, what our values are, because life is more than our positions, our career. So I think it's very important that people come and reflect on who they really are and what they want to achieve with their lives.
Everybody has a story. We all have stories. In fact, our life is a story.
You know, if that's somebody's life and you've met somebody, you probably know that amount of it.
But the most powerful thing that started to happen just by sharing my story was that 9 times out of 10, whether it was on a stage or a podcast or one-to-one or a friend's party, 9 times out of 10, it would simply give permission for the other person to speak up about what they were going through.
It's been an incredibly surreal connection of events and words that have been shared today. So there's been miracles happening.
The more people that are involved, then the wider this can spread. Because at the end of the day, you know, we change the world by changing one person at a time, and you don't know the impact your story may have. And take the opportunity to listen to stories, to become part of it, can actually really help build that thing that we all have, that we're human, and that everybody does have a story.
All the speakers were great, and I have taken every part of their advice. Every person has a story behind them, experiences, and I would advise everyone to join this program.
It actually allows people to share their stories, so it's not a scripted, you know, this is a particular topic, I'm going to talk about leadership, I'm going to talk about what. It helps people learn through listening to other people's journey, and I think that is very special and unique.
In this case, people come up and share really genuinely their story. There's something really refreshing about that, especially when it's people who can be in senior positions and quite intimidating maybe, and then you realize actually they're just like you at the end of the day.
I've learnt that it's important to stay true to your values. Love, integrity, inclusivity, and just accept who you are. Not try and mold yourself into something that you're not.
Choose a life story rather than a life sentence, and be who you were born to be.
Be genuine, be yourself, learn to be genuine.
You can be whatever you want to be.
What I've learned is doing something you love, even in the really bad moments, can keep you going.
And the beautiful thing that we're trying to achieve with What's Your Story is to help you understand it's not just me.
Everybody has a story that quite often we don't take time to listen to understand what people have been through, to understand that quite often the things they've been through, other people have suffered as well. It's too easy to think you're on your own. So by sharing, by being vulnerable, it helps you develop one, leadership skills, and it gives you that wider community. And you know, my mother used to say, you never know who's going to be your next friend.
We never ever know who will inspire to speak up about their battles when we find the courage to speak up ourselves.
It is an absolutely wonderful world.
Today's been truly the most inspirational conference that I've ever been to, and I think the price is almost irrelevant. It's so small, it's so insignificant for what you get out of it, and for the openness. It's been the most candid, frank and deeply meaningful conference that I've ever been a part of.